mystery interstellar object that was spotted by astronomers last week. It could be the oldest comet ever seen.
The cosmos just delivered a shocker. 3I/Atlas, an interstellar traveler unlike any other, has confirmed a trajectory that spells disaster for Mars. This wasn't some distant flyby or a calculated maneuver.
It doesn't look like a very common thing, and we've never seen such a thing.
The numbers showed an alarming path, one that plunged it directly into the red planet's orbit, and potentially its surface. This revelation instantly sparked an intense, unprecedented scramble at NASA. You can see this everywhere. From classified meetings to urgent data analysis, every resource was deployed. The thing nobody tells you is the sheer scale of the unknown this object represents, its bizarre behavior only adding to the terror. This wasn't just about Mars. It was a wake-up call for Earth. An alien intruder's path. By September, 3I Atlas had closed to within 2 astronomical units of the Sun. An astronomical unit, or AU, is the average distance between the Earth and the Sun, roughly 93 million miles. So 2 AU meant it was nearly 200 million miles from the Sun, but rapidly approaching our inner solar system. What many overlooked is that this proximity to our star, combined with its incredible velocity, triggered a dramatic transformation. The object began to rapidly expand its gas coma, a vast cloud of dust, gas, and plasma. The thing nobody tells you is that this wasn't just any ordinary comet activity. It was a complex, dusty plasma behaving in ways that defied traditional understanding. The interstellar visitor also began to brighten, not gradually, but rapidly. It went from a faint, distant speck to an apparent magnitude of 12, a significant jump. This dramatic brightening deviated significantly from what scientists expected, suggesting internal processes unlike anything seen before. You see, the light curve, which predicts how bright a celestial object should be based on its distance from the Sun, was being completely ignored by 3I/Atlas. This sudden surge in brightness, coupled with its unprecedented speed, fueled the growing panic among scientists. It hinted at an object far more active, far more volatile than initially presumed, making any predictions about its path even more precarious. The most shocking fact about this object is that it is only the 3rd interstellar visitor ever observed by humanity. The first, Oumuamua, was a strange, cigar-shaped anomaly without a coma, behaving more like a fast asteroid. The second, Borisov, seemed more like a typical comet, but still had unusual characteristics. 3I/Atlas, however, was in a league of its own. Its coma grew to an immense size, at one point appearing to be about half the size of the Sun. Imagine that, a cloud of gas and dust from another star system, sprawling across a distance of over 400,000 miles, dwarfing any comet seen before. This staggering scale, combined with its defiant trajectory, made it clear this wasn't just another space rock. Adding to the alarm, its behavior grew increasingly anomalous. Unlike typical comets, which develop a tail stretching away from the Sun, 3I/Atlas exhibited an anti-tail, a mysterious expansion of its coma pointing directly towards the Sun. This bizarre phenomenon, captured in images by amateur astronomers, was entirely unexpected. To put it mildly, this was a clear signal that the object was not conforming to our established rules of cosmic physics. It was a complete reversal of what was known, pushing the boundaries of scientific comprehension. This wasn't merely a comet. It was something profoundly different, something that challenged every assumption. The implications of such an object on a collision course were terrifying. NASA, grappling with these bewildering observations, understood the stakes were astronomical. The clock was ticking toward October 3rd, the projected date for 3I/Atlas's closest approach to Mars. But the initial trajectory, suggesting a catastrophic impact, had thrown space agencies worldwide into disarray. The uncertainty surrounding its composition and behavior made the potential consequences even more dire. A crash of an object this size, moving at such velocity, could alter Mars's atmosphere, scatter debris across the solar system, and potentially damage or destroy the numerous orbiters and rovers currently exploring the red planet. This was the terrifying premise that ignited the panic at NASA, leading to an urgent mobilization of all available assets. The agency found itself on the brink, desperately trying to understand and mitigate a threat from beyond our star. This unexpected celestial drama prompted an urgent recalibration of priorities. Reconnaissance orbiters already circling Mars, along with probes on its surface, were tasked with an unprecedented mission: to point their instruments directly at 3I/Atlas. Their goal was to gather critical data on its brightness, chemical composition, and nucleus size during its close pass. This was a Hail Mary effort, a desperate attempt to unlock its secrets before it delivered an unknown fate to Mars. The mission was fraught with challenges, as Earth-based observations were already becoming incredibly difficult due to its position relative to the Sun. The intense scrutiny of 3I/Atlas was not just about protecting Mars, it was about understanding an object that could rewrite our cosmic textbooks. This wasn't just a comet or an asteroid, it was a messenger from another star system, carrying secrets about alien worlds and the vast, dark spaces between them. Its increasing activity, its baffling light curve, and its bizarre physical characteristics all pointed to an object that refused to be categorized. The scientific community found itself at a crossroads, forced to confront the possibility that some cosmic visitors simply do not play by our rules. The implications of such a discovery, especially one potentially hitting a neighboring planet, were simply staggering. But as the days dwindled, a crucial alignment was also approaching: a superior conjunction on October 21st. This meant that the Earth, the Sun, and 3I/Atlas would form a line, with the Sun effectively blocking our view. This made Earth-based observations increasingly difficult, almost impossible, during the critical period just after the projected Mars encounter. You can see this everywhere: the frustration among astronomers trying to track this elusive object. Time was running out to gather definitive data, leaving scientists in a state of heightened apprehension. The question remained: what would the Mars flyby reveal about this interstellar enigma? A comet unlike any other. As 3I/Atlas continued its unpredictable journey, the initial panic at NASA, though partially relieved by revised trajectory data suggesting a very close flyby rather than a direct impact, quickly morphed into a profound scientific mystery. The object's behavior, far from normalizing, grew even more perplexing. What many overlooked is that while a direct crash was averted, the anomalous activities intensified, turning the flyby into an unprecedented observational event. The most striking anomaly was its rapid brightening. You see, an object's brightness is typically predictable, a function of its distance from the Sun and its size. But 3I/Atlas defied these laws. Its apparent magnitude leaped dramatically, far exceeding its expected light curve. This wasn't merely a matter of improved detection, it was an intrinsic change. The thing nobody tells you is that such a drastic increase in luminosity suggests an incredibly active nucleus, possibly composed of volatile materials rarely, if ever, seen in objects from our own solar system. This could mean it was unleashing massive amounts of gas and dust as it neared the Sun, or perhaps something far stranger was at play. Adding to the intrigue was the unusual green glow observed within its coma. Images, even those captured by amateur astronomers with powerful backyard telescopes, clearly showed a distinct green hue. Scientists quickly linked this coloration to the presence of C2, or diatomic carbon, a molecule known to emit green light when energized by solar radiation. However, the initial data on 3I/Atlas did not suggest an overabundance of C2. To put it mildly, this implied a new chemical process was unfolding, one not commonly observed in typical comets. Could it be that the intense solar radiation, combined with the object's unique composition from another star system, was triggering entirely novel reactions? This was a wow factor revelation, hinting at chemistry entirely foreign to our cosmic understanding. Then there was the baffling anti-tail. While most comets develop a distinct tail of gas and dust that streams away from the Sun, pushed by solar winds, 3I/Atlas exhibited an expansion of its coma that pointed towards the Sun. This was anomalous behavior of the highest order. Imagine a flag flying into the wind. That's how a normal comet's tail behaves. But 3I/Atlas was like a flag pointing directly into the wind's source. This bizarre characteristic, observed consistently, further separated it from any known comet. It raised profound questions about the object's magnetic properties, its rotation, or even an entirely unknown interaction with solar radiation. Many people are crazy about explanations for such phenomena, but this truly pushed the boundaries of known science. The challenges for Earth-based observations also mounted as October progressed. The Superior Conjunction, where 3I/Atlas passed almost directly behind the Sun from Earth's perspective, effectively blinded our most powerful telescopes. This period of obscured viewing, lasting several days, was a major setback. It meant critical data could not be collected during a crucial phase of its approach to Mars. What many overlooked is that this astronomical alignment, though predictable, compounded the mystery, forcing scientists to rely heavily on the Martian probes for data. It was a cosmic game of hide-and-seek, with incredibly high stakes. The fact that 3I/Atlas is only the third interstellar object ever detected amplified every anomaly. Scientists had limited precedents, only Oumuamua and Borisov, neither of which behaved quite like this. Oumuamua was a fast-moving, cigar-shaped object with no coma, while Borisov was more comet-like, but still unusual. 3I/Atlas, with its immense, green-glowing, sun-pointing coma, was forcing a re-evaluation of what interstellar objects could be. It was, to put it mildly, rewriting the rulebook for cosmic visitors. The most shocking fact is that this object could have been traveling for 1 billion years through interstellar space, absorbing and reacting with different nebulae, gas clouds, and star systems, making its current composition and behavior utterly alien. These unexplained phenomena sparked lively discussions within the scientific community. Was the brightening a true effect, or merely due to differences in instrument apertures and observation techniques? While technical debates continued, the consensus leaned towards an actual, significant increase in brightness and coma size. The sheer scale and consistency of the observations, despite the technical nuances, suggested something truly extraordinary was happening. This wasn't just instrument error. This was an object undergoing rapid dynamic changes unlike anything we'd seen before. The mystery deepened, hinting at secrets from far beyond our solar system, secrets that were now on a collision course with our understanding of the universe. As the close flyby of Mars on October 3rd approached, the scientific community held its breath. The hope was that the Martian orbiters, unhindered by Earth's perspective, would capture crucial, high-definition data that could finally shed light on these bewildering anomalies. But not all things are what they seem, and the universe often holds its most profound secrets close. The encounter was set to be a moment of truth, but also a test of humanity's ability to comprehend the truly alien. What would the Mars probes discover when they turned their gaze towards this cosmic enigma? Probes under pressure. The date was October 3rd. On this day, 3I/Atlas was set to make its closest approach to Mars, passing within about 23 million miles of the red planet. This distance, roughly 1/4 of an astronomical unit, was incredibly close in cosmic terms, especially for an object of such mysterious origins and behavior. The terrifying initial trajectory, which seemed to confirm a Mars crash, had been refined to a critically close flyby. While this averted immediate catastrophe, it intensified the scientific urgency and the panic at NASA, shifting from crisis management to a desperate scramble for data. The thing nobody tells you is that a near miss can be just as scientifically significant and just as alarming as a direct hit, revealing vulnerabilities and unknowns. In an unprecedented, coordinated effort, multiple reconnaissance orbiters and probes already positioned around Mars were directed to point their advanced instruments towards the approaching interstellar visitor. This was the moment of truth. What many overlooked is the sheer complexity of such an operation. Reorienting multiple spacecraft, some designed for long-term Martian observation, to track a fast-moving, anomalous object from another star system. The goal was multifaceted: to constrain the size of 3I/Atlas's nucleus using high-resolution photos, analyze its spectral signature to determine its chemical makeup, and understand the dynamics of its bizarrely expanding, green-glowing coma. This was a critical window, perhaps the only one, to gather definitive information that Earth-based telescopes, increasingly hampered by solar glare, could not. The urgency was palpable. The anomalous activities of 3I/Atlas, its rapid, unpredictable brightening, its peculiar anti-tail, and its unique chemical signature, demanded answers. Was it a highly unusual comet, an interstellar asteroid, or something else entirely? Perhaps even alien technology, as some speculative theories suggested. Many people are crazy about extraterrestrial life, and these unusual behaviors only fueled such notions. NASA scientists, while grounded in empirical data, could not ignore the sheer strangeness of this object. To put it mildly, its behavior stretched the limits of known astrophysics. The Martian encounter was their best, last chance to peel back the layers of this cosmic onion. The data gathered during the flyby was expected to be invaluable. High-definition images could reveal surface features of the nucleus, if it had one, or provide clues about the composition of its enigmatic coma. Spectroscopic analysis could pinpoint the exact elements and molecules being sublimated, potentially explaining the intense C2 glow. Every bit of information was crucial to building a clearer picture of this interstellar interloper. You see, understanding 3I/Atlas was not just about satisfying scientific curiosity. It was about preparing for future encounters with objects from beyond our solar system, objects that might behave in equally unpredictable ways. The tale of 3I/Atlas is far from over. Did we truly see everything during its close pass? What other secrets might interstellar visitors hold? This cosmic enigma makes you wonder, doesn't it? Like this video, subscribe for more cosmic mysteries, and tell us, what do you think 3I/Atlas truly is?